welcome to Evansville Podcast. My name is Jason Burton. Thanks for listening. Hey, on today's show, we're talking with the Zikmunds, Liz and Quincy Zikmund. They own Give a Dog a Bone, and Quincy also does web development. And so we talk about, specifically, a lot about Give a Dog a Bone, what that is if you're not familiar. It is a natural pet food boutique, I believe is what they called it. They sell food and accessories, treats, that kind of thing for dogs and cats. We love the place. Our dogs love the food and the treats there, especially like the tracheas and stuff. It's very cool. They're moving soon. The location of Give a Dog a Bone is just going to move 3 doors away from where they currently are. So it's not too far, but it is bigger space. So we talk a little bit about that. We talk about how they came to own Give a Dog a Bone, how they were involved with that business in the beginning, or in the beginning of when they got involved with that. And we also talk a little bit about the web work that Quincy does and a lot of things, beards, you know how we do. So it was fun time sitting down with the Zikmunds. Hope you enjoy it. Please check out their location over there and their Instagram account. You can catch up on the pug life going on there. Go to evansvillepodcast.com. You'll find show notes for links for what we talk about and previous episodes. Thanks. We're here to talk with the lovely Give a Dog a Bone owners, or dogbonemarket.com owners, the Zikmunds. Welcome, finally. You finally have a reason to come and talk to me.
We do.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's all it's definitely here.
Just wait until you... Okay. Wait until you were...
We just need to use you.
No, that's cool.
That's
cool. I get it. So you're moving. It's a big, giant news. You had a Facebook Live the other day to announce it, show us around and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
and it's going... The transition is going okay?
Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah, so far. Thankfully, we don't have to do much over there. No construction or tearing down or building of walls or anything like that. So that's cool. It's nearly done being painted.
Cool.
And we're assembling new display units and all that fun stuff.
Register area.
Uh-huh.
All new.
Oh, man. So for people who don't know, you guys are over on the east side on Virginia Street.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the landmark you guys use for, like, telling people where?
Usually probably the vineyard.
Okay.
Because we're right across the street from the vineyard.
Gotcha. And then you're moving to where it used to be...
Play It Again Sports is where we're moving. So we're moving 3 doors away from our current location.
So people should not get lost.
They should not
get
not.
Lost.
Okay.
There will still be a large sign.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Larger, in fact.
Yes.
All right.
A new addition to the sign, so it's going to be even more visible.
Very cool. So, a little backstory: you guys didn't start Give a Dog a Bone. This was a pre-existing condition, as they say.
Yes.
But when did you guys get that?
Give a Dog a Bone was founded nearly 12 years ago. So it was February of 2005.
Yes.
2005 is 12 years ago? Man,
mm-hmm.
I feel so...
It's a long time.
That feels like a couple years ago. Anyways, sorry.
2005, we were what?
16.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
We graduated high school 10 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Cool. It's cool. Wow,
We're so young.
Just so young. So young. So when you shave your beard...
I don't.
I know. But if you happen to get that itch where you have to get rid of a whole year's worth of damage, when it comes back in, just to warn you, maybe a little grayer. Just saying.
I get some gray hairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I embrace them.
No, it's wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Okay. Sorry. But continue. Sorry. 2005.
2005.
A glorious time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
12 years ago.
12 years ago, 2005.
We were customers there first. We probably started shopping there in
2009.
Yep.
It's very, you guys nailed it.
We know.
You know.
She knows the dates really well.
That's great.
I do. It's weird.
And then Liz started working there
August 26, 2012.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess it was, how long was it? How long were you working there before?
Before we took over or before I was manager?
Before we took over.
Well, we took over in summer of 2015, so about 3 years.
Yeah.
So that's funny because, you know, we've gone to Give a Dog a Bone even when it was over on Green River,
South Green
River. Okay,
Yeah.
And so we were in there. We've had our dog, and we had a dog before Max. Max is 9. And we've always went to give a dog one. So we clearly would have crossed paths before, but didn't know you guys until a couple of years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Don't know the dates on that one.
Boom. It was the fall.
But to be,
it was the fall. The fall of 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. To be fair, you know, dogs are cooler than we are. So
dogs are cooler than people.
It's fine.
Just kidding. They're not.
But not really.
They are.
But it's true.
Not cats. No, I'm kidding. We love cats.
That place has existed for a while. We always liked that place, and so it's cool that we know the people that run it, own it now. How did you end up being able to buy a place that you worked at and liked so much? I mean, that's kind of a cool thing, I think. Yeah,
it's really crazy that it worked out that way. When we got married in 2009, I stopped working. I quit my job, stopped working, and so I didn't work from 2009 to 2012. I was at home, eating bonbons, drinking martinis.
Sure, watching Oprah. Got it.
Gotta have my Oprah. That was my day.
Get it.
Yeah, and so he was actually doing work, like web work, for the old owner, and that's how we were customers, and he started doing work for her, and so she was a client of his, and one day she asked if I wanted a job. I was like, sure, I guess I could work, and we obviously love animals, and we cared about nutrition for ourselves, and so it just kind of made sense for me to work in a place that, served pets for nutrition.
To clarify, did not serve pets as nutrition.
No.
I want to make sure there's no
served pets nutritional needs.
There, thank
Boom.
you. Thank you. I'm just looking to clarify.
We're not China.
Oh,
boom.
We've got such a big Chinese audience. You have no idea. No, that's not true.
I'm very sorry.
It's more Russian, according to the logs. You're probably very familiar, Mr. Webmaster here. You like the term webmaster?
Oh no,
I hate it too.
It disgusts me.
It is a terrible term. So web design, you've done that for a while too. So, so I'm guessing
November of 2009.
Seriously, that's when he started after we got married.
All right, fair enough.
Working for my father.
Yeah, that's cool. But now as a owner of the pet store. Can I call it a pet store? I mean, is it a pet store? Is that like a proper term? Because you can't buy pets there. So it's
we don't sell animals. It would still be. I mean, we're still a pet store.
It's a pet supply store is the more accurate term, probably.
But I mean, the most generic and easiest way to say is it's a pet store. Because if we're getting technical,
right?
Like we call ourselves a natural pet market, just because of the.
You're a hipster pet store. Gotcha. Yes. That's what I heard. You're like, why didn't we agree to come on here? I gave you some beer, all right?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Thanks to unofficial, not sponsoring the show, White Swan and Evansville Brewhouse collaboration. So check them out, and maybe they'll give me some free beer, or coffee. I'll take either.
Yes.
You guys will too, right?
Duh.
I'm sure you get
free
coffee anyways, because you're wearing a shirt that says White Swan on it, so that's probably got some
I'm a walking
perks.
billboard.
Yeah,
he was in the wedding. They were in our wedding, so we kind of get whatever we want.
That guy.
Yeah.
Man. So, no, we were talking about owning a pet food nutritional place, being also a web designer thing. Is there enough time to do both? Is that possible?
It was for a while. So for the first year that we owned Give a Dog a Bone, I still had my full-time job working for a company doing web design for small businesses and all that. And I was planning to stay there at least for a few years. But, I mean, things just kind of worked out where I was, I felt like I wanted to and needed to spend more time at the store working, actually in the store, and having more time to focus on working, just for the stuff that I was doing for clients, I didn't have time to do for myself.
Right.
So as far as like our website and social media planning and all that stuff goes.
Right.
So now I am doing freelance web design work. At least I'm calling it that. And it's definitely possible. Yeah.
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 Okay. But you actually got to focus on your own website for a while. And
Yes. Yeah. Maybe a little too much because I'm really I'm terrible at working on things for myself.
Oh, yeah. I never know when done is done because you don't have somebody else telling you it's done.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I
The
get you.
whole
I get you.
concept of good enough it just doesn't exist when I'm doing something for myself.
Right. Yeah. Whereas there's people that you're working for say, it's this much money.
I'll
Do this much money's worth.
Exactly. I'll spend 10 hours on changing something that will affect the outcome or whatever, reach 0%. If I'm doing it for myself.
Right, yeah. But it's practice. It's practice.
Yeah.
So working there versus owning, how much difference is there?
It's way better.
Yeah.
Yes. I loved working there and managing the store, but owning it and it being ours and having just like the ownership of like, this is ours, we're serving the community in a way that we really believe in that is making an impact is really, really cool. So it's way better than just working there.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So what's the biggest like surprise that you've had so far from when you took ownership?
The biggest surprise, maybe how much time it really takes out of just our daily, weekly lives. I mean, we knew that it would, of course, be hard work and take a lot of time and a lot of planning and all that, but different than starting something from scratch because we were kind of, we stepped into something that already existed, already had a great reputation,
Sure.
already was doing really good stuff. Maybe that, or I don't know, I guess maybe finding some things that, like for me, actually interest me a lot. That kind of sounds lame to some people. So like on my own, I would just research and find new products, and I really enjoy that. I love finding like dog clothing products that are cool. That would be something I would wear if it was big enough. Stuff like that. I think just how much like, I knew that we loved the mission of the store and loved the products, but finding out that like how much more passionate about it we actually are than what we thought.
Well, yeah, I mean, for you, like coming in after like owning it, you spent a lot of time and like found a lot of really cool stuff that we're, with the new expansion that we're going to be bringing in. Like we have an entire like list of like new things we want to bring in, and he's basically found all of it. I come home and he's like, hey, look at this. I found this awesome clothing line. Hey, look at this awesome food line. Look at these really cool collars. I'm like, all right. We have a new store. We're going to fill it up with new stuff. Yeah. And he's just, it's really cool how excited he is and finding new things that I, worked in the store for years and never heard of. And yeah, I was researching and looking for things, but having like fresh eyes and just kind of a stronger passion that I hadn't had for a while maybe, or just a different view has been really cool.
Sure. Different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it challenging working together as a married couple or?
Not really.
I really don't think so. No, it's been really cool. Like we had some really good advice from the old owner, like, cause she and her husband like originally worked together in the business, and then he had his own thing, and then they kind of just did their own thing separately. But her advice was like, okay, you know what you're good at. He knows what he's good at. You guys do that and you can complement each other. Don't try and do what he can do because you can't do it. And so like, I know what.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was really good advice because I know what I'm good at and I know what he's good at. I cannot do all of the really crazy thought processes of like, oh, I gotta figure this out and all the marketing stuff and all that. I just can't, my head doesn't do it. I'm not like that. So letting him do that and, growing our business on that side, and then I can do some other stuff. It's really cool. So we don't have to like argue like, no, we're going to do it this way.
Yeah. We really don't have any issues working together. I don't think that we've encountered yet.
Yeah. Yet. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cut to.
I mean, if anything, the only challenge is that like when we come home, we still own a business together, which I mean, understandably, a lot of times the evening is the only time that we have together to actually brainstorm and talk about like business things. Because during the day we're running the business. Maybe turning that off it is a challenge sometimes.
Yeah.
But actually working together, I can't say that we've run into into any issues. In fact, the more that we're working together, the smoother just business, like everything seems to go.
Yeah. Cool. And so all this going on, then is there like things that you don't get to do anymore that you kind of wish? Not that I'm trying to bring you down or anything. I'm just wondering, like, it's hard to run a business and there's sacrifice. And I think people don't, I know I don't think about it whenever I go to a business that, hey, these people are sacrificing something they probably really would like to do, but they're running a business and it's a real thing.
I mean, I don't know anything in particular. I mean, I don't think there's much that like actually running the business, we miss out on something because we're physically in the store. But there's times where like these 4 hours are the only 4 hours that we have to chill,
be together.
and so like, you know, we'll miss out on some things here or there, but pretty well anything right now on the weekends for the last year has been
store.
Just doesn't happen.
Right.
And so,
but it's not like you're
hanging out with friends. I can't say anything in particular.
Yeah.
Just whatever would come up with
There's
friends
it's
or with.
not like regretting anything because you're like, so we like what we're doing, and
Yeah.
it sounds like you guys are
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah, we
happy,
love what we're
content with
doing.
Happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's terrible. Sorry.
It's the worst life to love your job
I would-
and work with your spouse and love working with your spouse.
I mean,
Gosh.
it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough what you guys are doing. So we'll be thinking about you. Thoughts and prayers.
Thanks.
One thing that I should have brought up while we were drinking, where I mentioned the beer earlier, is
Just have to have more.
yeah, I know. Right? Josh Petrowski says that you were with him the first time he ever had a craft beer. Do you know about this, or do you?
He's told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big. I mean, he's a legitimate beer person. I mean,
He is. He brews it.
He brews it
Professionally.
at a very famous establishment here locally. Mr. Chirone's brewmaster. So, yeah. Did you? I mean, was there a glow about him, or do you?
There's always a glow.
There is. That's a fair point. Fair point. I withdraw the question.
I can't say I remember a particular time.
Yeah.
Per se. Certainly maybe like a season. You know, I love craft beer, and I was never a partier type person, but I just
That was more
legitimately enjoyed
I
like
get it.
craft beer.
I'm the bad influence, apparently.
Apparently.
And so whenever I turned 21, I started drinking craft beer, and we were friends, and
Yeah.
I don't know, just kind of,
We were neighbors, so it was convenient to.
if we were hanging
Drink
out
late
on the
into the
porch,
night.
that's what I brought over.
That's what. Yeah. So I mean, you should totally take credit for that path that he's on.
Gosh.
You're the reason he brews.
Yeah. So you should totally just claim that
I'll
every
claim
time you see him.
Is the domain available? Can you check?
Yeah.
Some sort of play on it.
Some sort of. I own josh'scareer.com.
Josh owes me everything.
Josh Petrowski. Anything with Petrowski in it's probably available. I'm just gonna say.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. I know .beer is a
Yeah, there you go.
is an extension now.
About Josh.beer. I think that's probably taken. We've known you guys, Laura and I, for, like we said, about 3 years, we'll say. Let's call it 3 years. And the craft beer thing is interesting because you guys are kind of, I don't know, I hate these labeling, but it's more like, not a foodie, but you have standards for food.
Yes.
And you have, the craft beer is like a certain, you have lifestyle choices here that you guys have made where it goes along with Give a Dog a Bone, where it's a certain level of quality that I guess that you're looking for. Where does that come from? Because, it's not we're Busch Light capital of the world, right? So where does all this come from?
I mean, I think most of it just comes from my personal health. Like, I had just health issues growing up, and I wasn't, like, my family wasn't, conscious of nutrition. And so we got really particular with my own health and what I put in my body. And so that when we got a dog, that just kind of transferred over to her to make sure she was getting the best thing for her to thrive. Because nutrition change for me is what made me well. And then, of course, everything we're going to put in our bodies, it needs to be good. And so we choose good beer.
Yeah, I would say that's probably what really started it. I mean, I kind of trace everything back to us deciding 10 months into our marriage or something that we wanted to be healthier, changing the way that we ate. And we started, I started moving around a little bit. We didn't do anything crazy or special or drink these like shakes or
weight loss program,
whatever. I did do a Bob Harper video.
Okay. So one time?
One time. I bought one DVD.
Right.
I maybe did it 2 times.
Oh, okay.
2.5.
Sure.
But for the most part, I mean, we just changed the way we ate. We ate the exact same thing, and that for me helped me get down to a weight that I needed to be at, and the same exact thing for Liz helped her get up to a weight that she needed to be at. And so just by giving our bodies what they needed, they balanced out. I think along with that was obviously sorting out our priorities with, of course, making food for ourselves a priority. And so obviously that means making priorities for how we spend our money. We were spending more on better quality food for ourselves, which of course meant we had to spend less on other things. I don't know, that kind of just went into every like aspect of our lives. We kind of preferred quality over quantity. We're not going to sit down and drink 12 beers that cost $5, but sit down and drink 2 beers that cost $5 each because it's a more enjoyable experience. And so we realized, we were doing all this stuff for ourselves, so we want to do the same for our dog. I mean, people are supposed to eat a certain way. Certainly dogs are supposed to be as well.
Right.
And that kind of started everything with our pets and with Give a Dog a Bone. And it just kind of, over time, I guess, gradually spilled over into every other part of our lives. So like the coffee that we drink, where it comes from,
right.
Learning about it, knowing about it, as much as we can, the clothes we wear, where we even, the store that we buy our groceries from, is a local business, a local store, Albert's.
I was going to say Walmart.
Local farms.
Boo.
Sorry, sponsor the show. You guys probably don't go to Cheddar's either.
Just had to get the name in.
Yeah,
Albert's and
brought to you by-
Pangea, those are our go-tos.
Yeah. Hey, that's not a bad way to live.
Right?
So are we going to send bills to all these?
No, Pangea definitely should send us something. I'll take the Buffalina pizza. Thank you. That's very good.
We'll take a veggie.
Yes.
Whatever.
Maybe 2, since there's no meat on it. I'll have one for myself.
Sure. Yeah. No. And I'm a bigger guy, so I could probably use 2 too. I'll save one. I have had pizza brought to me on the podcast, and it was, I'm going to say, amazing.
Nice.
It's a great experience.
It's something I want to encourage.
Always bring pizza.
Always or
bring
beer.
pizza.
Or
Beer
both.
and pizza.
Beer, pizza, bourbon. The 3 B's. Wait. But no, it does that. The food thing for dogs is very important. I mean, we have our dogs eat they eat very well, on a lot, and unfortunately they eat a lot, but they really like it. So I'm there. I have to buy more food a lot, but they seem to be happy and healthy, and all that. So
Yeah.
we definitely like keeping our dogs around. So you've got the pugs.
Yes.
I mean, the Instagram is worth a follow just to check out the pugs, right? So
Yeah, because they're pretty precious.
yeah,
Just a little bit.
yeah, you might
They're
like them.
kinda-
You
they're
might like
kinda-
them.
They're the faces of the store. I mean, Murphy's physically at the store at least 5 days a week.
Yeah,
And Otis is on all of our bus benches around the east side that
And
we
advertising. So
that we
it's-
have, and on our business cards and a lot of our other stuff online. So
yeah. The
we are
pug,
certainly the pug people.
pug life, right?
Yeah, people come in the store and ask for the pugs. Are they there? Are they here? Can we see them?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
This past October, for Murphy's birthday, we kind of threw a birthday party for her at the store.
Yeah.
And
Gave out party favors for every customer.
we did party favers and all that. And
Sure.
a lot of
Yeah.
dogs came in specifically to wish her happy birthday.
Bring her gifts.
bring
So
her-
sweet.
She got cards from people. I mean, people made a special trip in, and even if they didn't need to buy anything and didn't buy anything, just to wish her a happy
Yeah.
birthday. It's pretty cool.
It's really cool. Yeah.
And you guys sell, like, speaking of, like, parties, you have dog cupcakes and cookies and
Yes.
stuff, right?
Yeah, we have dog birthday, pastries, cakes, cupcakes, cookies.
Which a lot of it's actually made locally by Sweet Betty's Bakery, the 10th sponsor of this episode.
Hey, if I can get some caramels out of that.
Oh, those caramels.
Oh my gosh.
I know. They're amazing.
Hey, throw everything against the wall, whatever sticks we'll divvy up later.
Yeah.
But the caramels, I'll, if I can specifically order something.
Andrea, caramels, please.
Oh gosh, no, but that's cool that that you can partner with somebody because they're right there, right next to you, and
We love getting to work with them.
yeah. So that, and hopefully that, since you're so far down now, 4 doors instead of,
I know.
3.
It's such a long walk.
I mean, it's gonna be a little more challenging for you, but
Yes.
hopefully that partnership will continue.
Always.
So do you like being on the east side then, or I mean, it seems like
Yeah.
a lot of. I mean, you get a lot of that shopping traffic, so
Yeah, I mean, it's a great location for us. I don't really see us ever being on a different side of town. We'll never have a second location just because it's just probably too difficult, I would think. The
Hey,
city
never
is
say
small
never.
enough. I know, that's true.
you could have a dog/coffee shop
That's the dream.
in the
That's his
the old
dream.
Hammerheads first floor.
Yes.
Encounter heads.
Yeah, Encounter Heads.
We can have the dog beer. That does exist.
See, there you go.
It's pretty cool.
And you can do beer yoga now, so there's a whole. You can combine a lot of things. I saw this the other
Beard
day.
yoga.
I think that was always there.
Okay.
But this is beer yoga, where you drink beer while you're doing yoga.
I saw that online today.
Yeah, it's on Facebook, so it's pretty much true.
It's a real deal.
It's not. Yeah, it's a true thing. Oh gosh. Oh, one more thing I definitely wanted to ask you about, Liz. You were in a hardcore band before. No, wait. Was that?
I was the ballerina.
Oh, okay.
He's the hardcore band guy.
Oh, that's right. I always get
you
confused
don't
with that.
want to see me in a hardcore band.
No,
You do want to see me ballet dance, though.
I think. Well, I do.
guarantee.
Seriously,
I mean,
his pirouettes are spot on.
there's nothing better for a
Actually,
podcast
I am
than you
kinda-
doing some ballet right now.
I am kind of baller.
He really is.
You'll have to narrate.
His older sisters were ballerinas, and so of course they made him do things, and
Oh,
he
of course.
can hold his own. It's
Nice.
pretty
I have a
impressive.
pretty awesome toe
Can,
touch.
He does.
I have no terminology for ballet. What is the word?
What I just said.
What did you say?
A pirouette?
No, that I know that one, but there's like another.
Toe touch.
It's athletic. It's a toe touch. Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of people can't do that. No, that's well, yeah. So you were a ballerina and in a hardcore band
He was. Yes. No.
I was a ballerina on the side,
on the side. Okay,
privately.
privately. Gotcha. You're like Tina Turner. So you play bass, right? Is that what you said? Or do you play whatever? It doesn't matter in a hardcore band. You just scream and throw things, right?
So,
Always throw things.
yeah, always.
Yeah, I never know. Like hardcore, is it just like play as loud and yell as loud as possible? And if we happen to hit a note, that's cool. But it's more about the energy. Is that fair?
I guess it's more about the energy and the message. You could say that. Yeah. Most hardcore and punk bands have something important to say.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Is there any events coming up that you want to promote? I'm just kidding.
It's the only reason why we're here.
Actually, there will be.
No, please tell me. I wanted to know about when is your the grand opening of the new place?
So we don't have a date yet.
Okay.
If I had to put a date on it, I would say by February 15th.
Okay.
If
I'm out of town. Can you hold off for just a little bit?
You can pay our rent.
It's going to have to be before.
No. I'll come in 2 days before. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
No,
but
okay.
we
February 15th. Okay.
By then, I mean, if we're in a position to move in 2 weeks, then we'll
do it.
We'll do it then.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Cool.
we're shooting for by the middle of February.
Okay. And then did you really have an event?
We
'Cause you could
do.
totally
We
you
don't
could
have
totally-
details on it yet.
Okay.
But other than just to say,
You've answered my stupid question. so I
watch
won't.
for an event that we're going to be
Okay.
hosting pretty soon. We're working out all the details with scheduling and location and all that right now. It'll be pretty cool and educational, and I think really reinforce people who are already mindful about how they're feeding their pets. Reinforce that they're on the right path, doing the right thing, in a way to educate people who just simply don't know that don't know how to read maybe ingredient labels on dog food bags or what's actually in them, because sometimes it's just really hard to see past good marketing and design teams to really get to the essence of a product. And so yeah, it'll be a pretty cool event. We're really excited about, but I would say just kind of watch for information on that the next couple weeks.
All right. Well, when I learn about it, I'll throw it up on the notes, show notes, so that people can know. Well, cool. Well, thank you guys for coming over.
Thanks for having
appreciate
us.
you answering my dumb questions. Hopefully, I'll grow my beard a little faster so that Quincy won't look at me like that.
He won't come back unless it's grown.
I know. I didn't want to say anything because it's hard. I figured he wouldn't show up.
He would have canceled.
I know.
Yeah.
I was kind of scared when you guys showed up.
He was going to back out when he saw you, but
I get it.
He's like, all right.
I get it. I would have done the same, so it's fine.
I thought it was your son outside waiting for us.
Oh, gosh. That's bad.
Wow. I mean, he wishes he could grow a beard like what I have right now.
One day.
That's probably true.
When he's 38, he can grow one like me. We're very slow in the Burton family.
That's okay. I can't grow a beard either.
No?
Thankfully.
One day, you never know. Science, you never know.
Oh, gosh.
It's true.
Hey, anything's possible.
Maybe switch to the milk with the added hormones or something. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, change my diet back to the old ways. Who knows what will happen? All those chemicals and preservatives.
Right.
Woo!
Like 7 foot tall and the beard.
Man.
Playing the NBA. Who knows?
Barely 5 foot tall now.
We'd be rich.
So rich.
Dang it. Why
Freak
are you
of a
doing
wife.
what you're doing?
Oh, man.
All right. Fair enough. Thanks to the Zikmunds for joining me on the show. Appreciate them coming on and talking to us and letting us know the information on what's going on with the move and kind of some history, backstory on how they got involved with that. So, like I said, please check out evansillepodcast.com for any previous episodes, links to anything we talked about, and also other shows in the Evansville Podcast Network. So please check it out. And as always, good job, everybody.